Hi there. If you've ever had to create a process guide, you know that that process sucks. So let's get into how to make that easier and why do we need to do that anyway? Let's get started. All right, let's talk about why you would ever need to create some kind of process guide, okay? So first of all, consistency and quality assurance, right? We want to be sure that in our business, we have consistent processes happening and that ensures quality. If everyone's doing something differently, you never know what kind of process you're going to have. All right. Number 2, efficiency and time savings. Once you create a process in your business, if you put that process together in a Google Doc, then everyone's going to do it the same way. And teaching new people is much faster. You can hand off those processes to other people and you know they're going to get done correctly and the same way every single time. All right. Knowledge transfer, right? So we want knowledge transfer and continuity as we are creating our processes. If you don't have that, then everything takes that much longer. So if you have to teach every single person how to do that process, you have to show them, they're writing notes, that takes forever. If you can hand over a process guide and say, try this out on this practice project, take a look at it, go through with them where they could improve, such a time saver. I can't tell you enough how valuable your time is as a small business owner. So save that time, create the process. All right, number 4, scalability and growth. You cannot scale your small business past you or a few people unless you have processes in place. If you have those documented processes, then it doesn't matter if you have one person doing that job or 10. As soon as you have that documented, you can train those people faster and you'll know that those 10 people are doing it exactly the same way as you did or that one person used to do it. So the only way to scale is to document processes. This one's big, especially if you're in a risky business, right? So risk mitigation and compliance. You want to be sure that you are mitigating any risk by having something done the same way every single time. So if someone does call in to question your process, you can say, we use this process guide. Don't worry about it. It'll be awesome. Finally, continuous improvement. How can you look at your processes and improve how those go and improve your efficiencies if you don't have them documented? You don't want to go around and say, hey, how did you do that? It seems like it takes you forever to do that. Well, it does, because I do it differently every time. But if you have a process in place and you know that person followed that process and you keep finding an error in the process or a mistake somewhere in the process, you can go back and evaluate that process guide, improve the process so that mistake doesn't keep happening, saves time, saves money, worth it. All right, so that's why you want to document those processes. So now let's look at how we can do that faster with ChatGPT and AI. This is going to be awesome. All right, so the first thing you want to do is create a video of your process. So here we go. We have a YouTube video available that we can see someone created. It's actually Think Media. If you don't follow Think Media, I highly recommend it. So he's showing you how to create a YouTube channel for beginners. Okay. So it's a process. So you want to create that video or find a video that has that process in place that you want to see. So I found the video of how to create a YouTube channel and I want to create a process guide that goes with that video. So you can create the video or go find a video of that process that's already out there. All right. So let's go back and take a look at this. Now, I'm going to go and I'm going to copy this transcript. So you can go down to the 3 dots next to the YouTube video and you can select I'm not going to select the whole thing, but you can select the transcript. You go down to the 3 buttons here and you say show transcript. You get rid of, right here, you can toggle on the timestamps are off. I toggled them off. And so now I'm going to copy that transcript. Okay. All right. Perfect. So now we're going to take that. All right, so I am in ChatGPT. Here I am, and I have said, take this transcript and create a process guide. So let me go and let's finish this process. Oh, spelled transcript wrong. Let's do that. All right. So I pasted it in and I hit go. And we wait for the magic to happen. All right, here we go. Here's our process guide, all ready to go. Here it is. We have step 1, sign up for a Google account, go to YouTube, and it tells you all the steps there. Create a YouTube channel after signing in. Look at this. So we have steps and sub-steps in our process. Verify your YouTube channel. And then we actually stopped getting the transcript, but if I put the whole transcript in, it would have done the whole guide for me. Now you can copy this material and you can place it in a Google Doc, and you can then go back to your Google Doc or Word doc or whatever you want, paste it in there, and then always check it, because you never know if they missed a step. But I found it to be very accurate. Even when I say things like, get that data from this other step, it goes and finds that step and says, get that data from step 4. Awesome. And it will create a step-by-step guide. You link in your video, if people are more visual, into your process guide, and then you have your step-by-steps and your video in seconds instead of half a day. So great tip. I'm Janet from Future Ready Consulting. We're here to support you in your endeavor to start your small business at any stage. And so I hope this helps. Put in the comments below if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. And remember, without impact, it doesn't matter.